Hello everyone. In this session we are going to talk about tree objects in Git. So in previous sessions we have seen how to create a blob object in Git, and we have also seen how many types of object are there in Git. So for those who are not aware about these kind of objects, please go back and review my previous sessions. So it will give you a fair enough idea about the kind of objects Git support and how to work with the blob objects. So in this session it will be covering mostly our tree object. So just to give an idea about tree contain directory structure in Git. So as we have seen in blob objects, blob only contain the content of a particular object, the size and the type of object followed by a delimiter. But in case of blob we are not able to store the file name. But in case of tree we are able to store the file name, as well as we are able to create a hierarchy structure that is for directories. So if you can see in this current example that is over here, so there is a tree object on the top which is denoting as a parent for two child objects, that is blob on the left side and blob on the right side. So this tree object will contain a hash pointer or a hash for different kind of object that is on its child node. So in this case the tree will have one hash for this object and another hash for this another object. So this is how it will all work. So this is a very basic example. So in this example we are only having a blob as a child of tree. We can also have multiple trees also on its child node. So a tree can have blob on left side and can have a blob or tree on right side, and then it can have multiple structures as well like other systems. So that's totally fine with tree in case of Git as well. So coming back to today's agenda, in today's agenda we are going to do the following. So we'll create two files in any location. So for in my case I will create in desktop, and then I will create a blob object out of these two files. Followed after that I will create one more file which will contain some details of these two blob objects, because we are trying to create a tree object, so we have to do it all manually just to show how exactly it works. And then in the last we will do one thing is like we will create a tree object out of the last file that we have created, which contain details of the two blob object, following with that with the help of git mkt tree command. So that's it. So let's get started. So I'll open my terminal and I will first create one file in my desktop. So I'll first go to my desktop and I'll create file. Let's say I'm creating a file with name first commit for project, and so this is a normal basic shell commands, and then I'll type the file name, let's say file 1.txt, and I will create a second file with file 2.txt, and I'll put the content as second. So we can see now that the file has been created. So we have file 1.txt here, file 2.txt over here. Now I will create a blob object out of it. So I have to first go to the git repo. So this is my repo because we have .git folder over here. As we have seen in the previous videos, I have already initialized my git repository in this particular folder. Then I will try to create one blob a blob object. So I will type git hash object followed by the file name. So in my case the file name is file1.txt, but it is present on the desktop, not on the git repo file. So I have to provide two dots followed by slash and provide the file name, that is file1.txt, and I have to type .w. I think I'm missing something. Okay, so we have to type like this. So you can see now we have a object created, and this is the hash for the particular object. I'll do the same thing for file 2 as well, and you can see yes, the hash has been created. It means we have two blob object created now. Just to quickly verify, we can use git cat file command to check for the content of this file. So this is the first object, so I'm just checking for the content with the space -p. So you can see the content is totally fine. It means it is the correct blob object that we are discussing about. Same thing we'll do with the second one also. So we'll just quickly type this over here, followed by, so you can see it is second commit for project. So we have successfully created a particular blob object over here. Similarly, we can see it in the file structure as well. So I will go to my repo .git folder, then under objects, and we can see for a folder with the name 0c. So it should be, yeah, so we have folder name 0c, then 0c c86 8c. So you can see this is here, so it means this object is successfully created. So again guys, if you're not aware about all this, so please go back and check my previous videos in which I have shown the hash is nothing but the combination of name of folder as well as the file name for a particular blob. Similar thing we can check for the second blob as well, that is 8fcc. So you can see we have one more folder called 8fcc, this is here, and that's all fine. So I'll do one thing, I'll go back to my desktop and I will create one more file. So I will just type nano and I will type the file name. So let's say I want to type as treefile.txt and I have to type some content here. So guys, we have the type of the content that we have to provide here is in a particular format. So if I go back to the presentation, so you can see the format that has to be provided in the text file when you create a manual tree object is in this way. So first you have to provide the rights, object type, the SHA-1 of the blob and the file name. So this rights and all we'll cover in the upcoming session, so no need to worry about that. So initially we'll just create for, or we'll just use it for over here. So I will just type for first one, that is 100,644, and we have created a blob object, that is fine. And then we have to provide this hash. So for the hash we have to go back and check. So I have to go back, so I'll do one thing, I'll go back over here. As we know, this is a combination of folder as well as this, so I know the first one is 0c. So the first will be 0c followed by this cce, correct, and then provide a tab and the file name. So I'll say file1.txt and 10064. So this will be for the second blob. So the blob is blob, and we have seen for 8f previously, so I'll just type 8f and the file name. So this is a hash for second file and a tab again, and file2.txt. We can provide any text file name over here, that's totally fine. I'm putting file1.txt and file2.txt as of now, so just to make it easier. And now I'll just save it and move out of it. So I'll just click save it. So I'll say yes, and it is saved. So if I do a cat of tree file, so you can see we have two entries present over here. This is over here. That is something like this. So actually we have created a text file which is containing the pointers to two blob objects. So we have blob object 1, that is 0cc, that is something like this, and the other one is for the second blob object that we have created, that is 8fcc, that is over here. So now we have this particular text file, and now we'll do one thing is like we'll just create a tree object. So for this we have one more command, that is // this is the folder, this is the file path, and then we have to provide git mktir, that is make tree. So I'll do one thing, I'll go again back to my git repo. So I am in my git repo, I'll just show you this. Yes, we are there. And now I will provide the path of my tree file that we used for entering the blob, that is this file. So we'll type cat followed by the name, that is tree file, and then git mktir. So you can see one more file or one more blob is, or one more object has been created. So this is a tree object. So for checking that, we can do one thing, we can just type the git cat file command and type the blob, that is this blob, and we can provide the p. So you can see this is actually a tree object, and you can see the content of this, which is similar to what we have created over here while creating the text file. Now we can also check for the type. So you can see it is a tree object, as we can see over here. So this is all about a tree object, like how exactly it is created and what it is. So if we go back and see, we have created a tree object which contain pointers to two blob, that is blob 1 and blob 2. So that's it guys. So this is all about the tree object, how to create and how to use it. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Do like, subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.